I was saying me and Battousai go way back. He's been my sparring partner for over 2 decades. My relationship with him is the same as Nico and Edu. When those guys go way back as well. And Kato as well. Now Kato now is by the way, Kato is the reason why us guys and Akina Edu and Nico got to know each other.
Ah,
Because I was in the same class with Kato's small bro.
serious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is the law I like to hear about.
Yep. So that's how we met, and we formed our own community back then. We didn't have many guys, but yeah, we made it work. So anyway, extra king of the jungle
The
versus
man,
Battousai,
and
the
here he
king of the
is.
character.
And here he is. We have our main event, ladies and gentlemen.
Fast to five. You can
Yes,
update your scoreboard.
yes, indeed. Extra, obviously, we all know he's playing king. There's no one else he's going to play. The question is, who is Battousai going to pick? Because
Yep,
Battousai plays. He's a jack of many trades.
yep. He has
Bob,
an array of
Katarina,
guys.
Paul. Who else? Off the top of my Miguel, Lily. Uh, I
Master Raven.
must yes. You can tell me because obviously you know him better.
He's been playing Leo lately.
Really?
Yep. He has
Hmm.
a decent Leo.
So yeah, we're gonna wait to see which of his many options he goes with.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, extra. I say this many times. Extra. It's hard. It's very hard to describe how he plays because he never really plays the same way like all the time. Usually, he sort of defaults to like sort of poking you a bit, and then when he start running in back one, you counter it back one. But when he has to go in and play aggressive, he can play aggressive. But to say we know he likes to bait his opponent. He's a very bait heavy
Okay.
player.
Let's go. It's the ninja.
So yes, but say goes with Master Raven, the ninja.
You can see 100 wins up there, so it means yeah, he plays him quite a bit.
And Wolf.
Okay, let's have it. Have the pokes.
Oh,
Oh,
forward
counter
for the
hit
one.
for one.
Uh,
Ah,
uh, uh.
ah, ah.
Pushes
Misses
towards
the
the
wall.
wall.
Up kick, back turn. Extra didn't react. Power crush.
And it's
Oh my
death.
god.
Extra just that it didn't even play too aggressively just then. Just sort of took his time. Made some reads that paid off. No punish on the back one too. There's that back.
Oh,
Uh
up
uh
one, two.
uh. Mm.
Okay, nice.
Extra's using
Oh,
a lot of
power.
that power crush. That's like the third, fourth time he's done that. Big sweep.
Nice, nice.
Uh.
Mm,
Mm mm.
mm, mm, mm.
Nice.
Nice punish.
Nice.
Let's go.
So extra
Ah,
did a dick jab there and obviously got crushed by the rage drive. Nice call out there from Battousai. Power
power
crush.
crash. Let's
I'd say
go.
he's playing much more aggressively now. Now I don't want to give extra too much space. Should be getting much more
Ah,
damage from that spring kick. Much more
exactly.
damage.
I prefer doing the back throw. I'm assured of
That's
55.
yeah. Guaranteed 50 damage. It's not the best you can do, but it's much
Yeah, it's
better than nothing.
guaranteed.
Yeah, much better than nothing. It's guaranteed.
Toe kick. Oh my goodness. Extra using the wrestling moves.
That's like an annoying round ender. Brian has a similar move, and it's
Nice power crash.
it's quite annoying when you die like that. No throw, no broken there. I'm about to say.
No, the Oki he stayed down. Ah, the power crash has come out. Nice. Okay,
Shit.
the early kicks. Nice. Nice follow up. There
Nice
you
work there from
go.
nice work there from Battousai.
Yep, yep.
Slowly chipping away. Xstar, to be fair, was a bit impatient as well. Got caught pressing a few times there. There's a slight life lead here. Power crash. That power
My
crash.
friend, these people have traded power crashes for days. What's going on,
No
my
wave
friend?
punish.
Nice, low parry.
This match has been quite cagey, I have to say.
Yep.
Throw broken.
Oh, the red drive hits. He blocked it.
Unlucky drop there from Battousai.
Nice block, though.
Power crash, of course, of
Oh,
course.
my friend, that was the theme.
Do it again. It's been working. Why not?
Yep, yep, it's not, if it ain't broken.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's like the fifth or sixth power crash in that match. It's gotten him damage. I was gonna say like during that round, if there's one thing Battousai is not afraid to make use of, it's rage.
Yep,
I
yep,
think
yep.
every single round he brought out the rage drive.
Yeah, and it
And
worked quite well.
yeah, if he hadn't dropped that combo, I think possibly it would have gotten him a bit more mileage. Possibly could have
Yeah.
won.
Anyway, interesting. That was good. 3-2. 1-0 to Xstar. Let's go.
This of course is a first to five on our main event now.
Yeah.
I wanna say, but to say, I feel like has he likes to switch characters even when he does well with the character that he had before.
Yes, sir.
Um, so I mean, like he
I
doesn't
told
really
him,
have. Go ahead.
one time I told him, sometimes I think that's his Achilles heel.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he might even do, by the time you switch a character, you have to start. It's like you're starting all over again, and maybe you
Yeah, yeah.
already had some mileage in the previous set.
Yeah, you slightly have to rewire your brain to like
Yeah. That,
to make yourself
the
aware that
gameplay.
this is a new character I'm playing. And
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, extra showed some impatience like in that first match, but to say he took advantage, he just poked and poked and poked. But I he really doesn't have a reason to be switching characters, but I feel like he's going to simply because he lost. And yeah, there you go. He switches to Ganryu. And we've gone to Forgotten Realm. How I mean, if he got that from random stage select, he's like the unluckiest man on the planet. We all know King thrives
Yeah,
on this stage.
exactly. I
Tombs,
think he also lives there.
a guy literally lives there.
Uh,
That looks. It looks like those ruins look like they could be in like in some forest in Mexico, somewhere.
exactly. Anyway, Mickey saying, I'm a usage S plus, 10 house points for Mickey. Anyway, let's have it now.
Yeah, I don't think Battousai really needed to switch there, but I
Anyway,
mean, we're gonna see what he has in
then
hand.
it's going to be justified.
Yeah, 1-0. To say yes,
Aggressive. Nice.
and that's. I mean, Ganryu is
What are
quite.
you
Oh
looking
my
at, my
god.
friend?
Oh, he just did the unblockable. My god. And here, extra. Listen, you
Immediate.
don't wanna leave extra a chance to come back. Seriously,
My,
if
look
there's
at the
one
light.
player, if there's one player you don't
Oh,
wanna give an
my goodness.
opportunity, it's extra. Like power crash.
Are
What's
we,
gonna
are we, are we
happen?
going to try the power crashing?
Oh my god.
It's
Oh, but to say.
okay. Okay, it's power crash, down jab, down jab.
But
What
to
a
say I
single
got
power.
lucky there. If there's one
Yeah,
player you do not want to give a
give
chance
a
to stay
chance.
alive, is extra.
Exactly.
This guy and comebacks, it's like
Nice. Gotta punish because I know that move is minus. Most people don't punish because of the stun.
that's true. Back 1-2,
Punish.
punish, nice. Goes for the full string, no dice. Oh, he confirmed
Oh,
that launch there.
oh,
Oh, why are you
oh my
staying
goodness.
down against King in rage?
Against
Why?
King, my friend.
Against King, number one. Number two, against King in rage. You don't want to stay down. You do not want to stay down.
Oh
Full.
my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
My
We're going to
God.
the wall. No, we're going
Well,
downstairs.
down,
Uh
you were
uh.
going to the wall. My goodness. Figure for look at that life.
Oh, whiff
Oh
punish.
my goodness, my
Xstar was
god.
waiting
Good
for that toe kick. He was
backdash, good
waiting.
backdash. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Nice. Oh, counter back
Oh my
one.
goodness. Uh.
Xstar
Okay,
opts to
now
go
we are.
downstairs immediately. I feel like he could have gone to the wall first, but I mean, he
Mhm.
knows the character better than I do. No throw,
Oh
not
my
broken.
goodness. Is that-
That was meant to be the wall through there. He
My
messed it up.
goodness. Yep.
Mmm.
My goodness.
Nice low
Undo
parry.
attack. Oh,
Oh my god.
Ondoa vidole hapa chini. I told you, the man lives
Oh.
there.
Oh my god. You're coming to his house and trying to I mean
Back
now he needs to fix his flaws. Like look I mean, such an inconvenience.
No wonder the man was in rage early on.
Bro. That the last two rounds, um extra defaulted to that playstyle I was talking about earlier. Gets, chip away at the health and the opponent starts to overextend, countered back one, ndio hiyo. When you're at the wall and you toe kick, backdash forward to one, ndio hiyo. That's I feel like that's Extra's default playstyle. It's like a bit of a mix between baiting and defensive. But as I said earlier, like when he needs to rush you down, he can do that as well. He finds a
Yeah.
way. So again, I mean, we both know. I think Battousai is probably gonna switch again. Um,
Yep. Especially since he just got around, I also think he might really go back to Master Raven or now go because what I know is his main is Bob.
yeah.
That I know.
Yes.
He might just go cry
Yes.
to his boss.
And I don't know if and I don't know if and I don't know if this is gonna be leakage, but Extra at some point has said that he kind of struggled with the Bob matchup.
Yeah,
I think he said that there's a tournament. There's a
I
tournament
noticed
we
that.
played. There's a tournament
Yeah,
we played like early this year in January where I was playing Bob.
yeah.
And at some point he told me like that's one matchup he doesn't like. But
He
to say
stuck to Ganryu.
he sticks with the Chanko boy, the chunky boy himself.
Yeah, but stage change, Infinity. Now let's have some real Tekken.
I don't know if I don't know if well he obviously wanted to get out of Forgotten Realm, but I mean in an infinite stage, the
Yeah,
way Extra is playing, I don't know if it's quite the right choice. Maybe what but to say just wants some space to breathe,
my
get the
goodness.
damage and then backdash, let Extra come to him.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh, Launch that. You have to
Punish.
launch that. Goes
He
for the
wanted the
punking
pancake.
press. No dice.
Nice punish. Extra is always ready with the punishes.
Yeah, he's
That's
been
one
doing
thing.
quite well. Yeah,
Uh,
and it's
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This guy is playing Sakas Ole. Uh.
and extra's still
Uh.
playing the same way I was talking about before. He's getting his damage, and then he's
Yeah.
he's he's chilling. He's
Backs
yeah.
off a bit.
See, he
He
tried
waits
the
you
back one
to.
there, but to say was aware that time. Goes for the. I
Yeah.
think that's full crouch down forward too.
Nice interrupt.
Uh
Uh.
uh.
Uh. The running power bomb. What's
Extra
for
is
Oki? The L
absolutely
punch
running away with this.
away with. Yep.
This is not looking good for Batusai right now.
Just
He
to
needs
do
to fix
something
up.
now.
Oh, he tried the unblockable again.
Yeah, but at this stage, it
This
doesn't
guy's
help because you can
yeah,
backdash. But then,
yeah, and there's no wall for him to get more
but then
damage.
unblockable setup sometimes can be. I really bait because I knew Mickey would stay down. I tried the unblockable on him, but
Mm,
I don't know how he stepped it or it was there.
mm.
I don't know what happened.
At that
But
point,
that was a
at that point, I think Mickey had slightly sidestepped. That's how he
yeah.
managed, and that's how he managed to avoid it.
That
But
was a big one.
that was really quick. My God. But to say, I think he should not have switched from Master Raven, in my opinion. He was doing well with Master Raven. I think Extra possibly doesn't know that matchup too well.
Yep,
Um,
yep, yep. And the setups maybe a bit. Maybe he's not used to them.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Um, and I think that's, as you said earlier, I think that's one problem he has. Even when he's doing well with a character, a loss for him means it's time to switch. When
Yeah,
it's
you can just
that's
stick it
not
out.
always the case. Yeah,
Yeah,
he genuinely did well with Master Raven in the first match, and I think
he
that
did
that character.
extremely well
Yeah,
because it went to the wire. It went down. It
yeah.
wasn't an entry for.
Yeah, Exeter didn't win that convincingly by any means. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, if that character switch, I think has derailed him. Um, so if I,
nice. It's love. My good. He needs to get something now.
yeah,
He needs to get
it's
on
I
the
mean
board.
it's 3-0 already. Needs to change. As you said earlier, his main is Bob.
He might go.
I talked about extra struggling with that matchup a little bit.
Yeah,
He did well with Master Raven earlier. One of those two characters for me would be a good pick.
yeah,
Goes with Bob. Okay, okay. Bob has um quite a few music and just throw out like back to two, down forward two.
yeah.
Um, suits what to say sort of baiting playstyle quite well. Master
Yeah.
Raven does as well.
And down back too. It's always a good.
Mm,
It crashes most. Like it crashes the highs. You know, it goes even I think under mids as well.
yeah.
Some, not all. Okay.
Extra goes with the Rainmaker costume. You love to see it. Goes with the hop
Nice
kick
launch.
there.
Ah, ah. Hmm.
Takes
At the
Extra to the
wall.
wall. I feel like Battousai is gonna need to do this a bit more. Just disrespect Extra a bit more. With that power
Yeah.
crash, yes. There you go. Giving him
Oh
space to
my
breathe.
god.
Nice block on the hell sweep. Boom. Was
Great
for
rest.
Oki.
Yeah.
Pa- punish out. Nice.
Rage drive incoming.
Oh,
Nice.
if Extra stayed down, that'd
Kill.
have been death. Oh, is he dead?
That,
Oh my god.
oh my goodness.
And
Harada.
Battousai could have
Someone,
killed. Nah.
someone needs to flash
Oh
him
my
down. He can't
days.
even. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, can you just look down at the win streak for extra? He's been running riot online.
Battousai is capable of ending it with Bob, I think.
Yep, yep.
But
Nice.
Extra now you can see he's playing much more aggressively. He's not gonna let Battousai bait him into.
Oh my goodness.
This is what I was saying. Extra is good at just adjusting on the fly. He's realized Battousai is trying to bait him, and
Yeah.
now he knows if I rush this man down, he'll have no space to do any of that nonsense.
Nice.
Big.
Uh, uh, uh,
I thought he would have gone for the reset.
Yep, yep. Nah, there
Nice.
you go. Uh, uh, uh. Mm, there you go.
Yeah, Battousai is doing very well in this match. This is what.
Yep. Oh, counter. Oh, why?
Oh, why are you ducking, my friend? Nice rage
Oh, it
out.
is the.
Oh my god,
Oh my goodness.
Harada. Ah,
I think we need to set Harada this set.
hey. What on
Oh
earth
my
is
goodness.
happening, man? But that was Battousai's round, an unfortunate series of events there for him.
Yep. Nice, nice.
Nice,
Oh
no
my
break on the
goodness.
throw.
Now he's on the front foot. Ah.
This is Battousai is playing exactly the way he needs to play now.
Yeah. You don't need to start giving nice
Nice.
sprint.
Don't give rush him down.
Yep.
Don't
Uh,
respect him too
uh,
much. Nice. Power crash.
Power crash, my friend.
Oh, no
Oh,
launch.
Shoryuken, nice.
No launch on that crouch
Uh,
dash too. Plus frames. Oh, he expected
my
Extra to
goodness.
go for the tombstone. That was a
Yeah.
nice
Oh,
call out there with the
nice.
down for 2-1. Oh my god, the power
Oh,
crash.
lucky.
Listen, but to say did really well there.
Yeah.
But again, Extra making tiny adjustments. Still manages to pull out the win.
Exactly.
But now this is what I'm saying. But to say should not switch now.
Yeah.
Did really well. Just needs to recognize when Xstar decides now to start rushing him down and then start throwing out those down forward twos.
Yeah, I'm saying Mickey saying what is it? Rejects are not meant to be done on the wall. It's actually very true. Most of them actually end up whiffing or I don't know side
Yeah, side
switching and
switching and stuff like that.
missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but sometimes the reject can be it's a hail mary.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
panic. Sometimes
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a panic. I'm getting an initial play stops in 3 minutes. In
Let
three
me
minutes.
let's restart this. Let's restart it very quickly.
Okay.
Um, as this next match loads. So yeah, you can go ahead and rejoin Poker Face as these two.
Yeah. It's
Um,
loading.
yeah, as we wait for the next match. Extra is 4-0 up.
Yep.
We've most of us have barely had time to get up and get something to drink. Goes to Howard Estate. This is very brave from Battousai. Because King in this stage also does a lot of damage with the wall breaks.
Yep. Yep. And his Volcar is favor him as well.
Yeah, yeah. Although Bob has some decent wall carry as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Battousai just needs to that disrespect he was showing, just sort of rushing extra
Yeah, just
down
continue. Same
and
thing Nico did.
yeah,
When you back up too much, yes, let's go.
throwing in some setups here and there. He needs to do more of that, and then just recognize when extra starts rushing him down. Then he can play keep out. Back three, very nice. Power crash.
Back right.
The disrespect.
Yep.
No break on the
No
normal
break.
throw.
Nice.
Oh, my friend, why are you ducking? King doesn't even have shoes on. Why is he ducking?
Maybe he wants to cut his nails. Bar crush, my friend.
Nice.
Okay.
So now this is
Ah,
this.
I think that's it. Ah, but forward to thank you.
But Usai is exploiting one of Extra's weaknesses really well. When Extra is put under pressure, he tends to panic and press a lot of buttons.
Yeah,
And
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 he's
as
using the bar crush.
yeah,
Thank you.
and as I said, Bob has so many tools to just
On
disrespect the
three,
opponent with. Look at
one.
this. Jesus Christ,
There
that was
you
quick. That
go.
was so quick, bro.
Yes,
Jesus Christ, 3 round, no round brown for Battousai.
speed and weight. Literally.
As I was saying, like Battousai, sorry, Bob has like many tools to to just to this down forwards two, the power crash, that down back 1+2, like that's it complements Battousai's playstyle very well, and that's how he needs. He was playing the same way with Master Raven, but he just made the mistake of switching characters. But now he knows this is how I need to play. I think the missing thing now is recognizing when Extra decides now I'm not going to give you space.
Yep,
Once Extra starts playing like that, now you play keep out.
yep. And at least, anyway, he was doing, he was stopping Extra's momentum with the power crash. And then now,
Yeah,
once you
yeah,
do
yeah,
that, you create your own momentum.
yeah.
Because now it's your turn now for Oki. You
Yeah,
understand?
and Extra was doing one of the worst things he could do, like in that situation. He started pressing even more buttons, sort of
Exactly.
looking for an opening.
Yeah.
But to say just
Was
maintained,
suffocating
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Was suffocating him.
yeah, suffocated him completely. So can he maintain that, or is Extra going to make the adjustments and close it out? We're gonna wait and see.
Nick is saying, Battousai made samosas out of that. But you see, those are samosas from Nakuru or cat meat. My goodness. But I don't think Bob would care. He'd still eat them.
Just to answer, I've just seen he has his messages on Twitch and on YouTube. This is not a final. This is I mean
Different.
you You can go on the Tekken 254 website and read about Savanna Fight Night. It's a UFC style sort of competition. So this is the main event. We've had our undercard fights already. And now, Extra is 4-1 up. But Battousai did really well in that last match.
Nice.
More of the
Ah,
same. More of the same.
nice. Nice. At least now he converted on the spring kick. Ah,
Oh, a tombstone, not
strong.
broken.
Was for Oki. Nice. Bounce. Bounce, my
See,
guy.
Battousai is doing really well now. And I
Yep.
think it's clear the way I was saying before. Like Extras kind of struggles with this matchup. I think
Yep.
not to take away from Battousai, he's doing really well. Um, but to say, yeah,
The trading down jabs, my friend.
Extra getting a round back. Now
Yep.
this is the adjustment, but to say needs to adjust to.
Nice counter
Nice.
hit.
Ah,
One.
ah,
Into
ah,
the wall.
ah.
Yeah. Side wall. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Biding his time here, but Sai doesn't want to hit a counter hit back one.
Yep.
Power crash. My God,
Another
how
one, my
many?
friend.
Throw no broke
Shining
here.
wizard. Oh my
So now
goodness.
extra.
Set point
So now extra has recognized what's happening and he started playing aggressively. Now this is where Battousai needs to adjust.
to readjust again. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Those are the two play styles he
Ah.
needs to
Ah. Ah.
readjust to.
Ah. Ah. Nice.
Nice there, nice from Battousai there to just pump the brakes.
Nice.
Uh, uh,
Ah. Ah.
dropping a few crucial
Oh my
combos. This
goodness.
could be a lot of damage. Oh my god.
Ah. Ah.
This might be a
Ah.
lot of
Ah.
damage. Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness. Oh. Check.
Extra
Check.
goes for the simple stuff. Didn't go for the ground throws.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice from that side.
Nice call out there from Battousai.
Yep.
Extra is on set point. Battousai is still in contention. Nice duck on the
Nice.
throw.
Nice.
Uh,
Ah.
uh.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
Nice.
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 Nice. Just
The
set up anything.
disrespect. He's
Lord,
Extra's
thank
dead.
you.
He's dead.
Ah.
He's dead.
Ah. Ah.
Oh my
Ah.
god.
Oh.
Oh my
My
god.
well played, Battousai. Well played.
4-2. Do we have a comeback on our hands?
My goodness.
Could Battousai be pulling it all the way back? If that happens, my goodness.
That would be a very long pool, but we are here.
I mean, if
We are here for
extra
it.
if extra doesn't manage to adapt to this playstyle, I mean, there's no reason why Battousai can't do it. Extra, there's one round where extra played aggressively, but it's maybe he wasn't confident enough in maintaining that. Maybe he thought.
Yeah.
I think maybe after he ate that, extra I think did some high and Battousai did down 3-4, got a counter at launch. Maybe
He
that
got a bit.
discouraged. Yeah. Maybe that discouraged him from
Discouraging.
like going in. Yeah.
True, true.
4-2. We have a match. We have a set.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Guys in the streams, I know you didn't pay, but you're getting your money's worth.
I mean, if anyone is subscribed to this channel, then they're getting their money's worth.
Time is money, so you invested your time, so you get entertained for it.
Vega making predictions in the chat. He's calling five. He's calling a 5-2 for extra.
Yeah.
If extra doesn't adjust, but to say can turn this all the way around.
And let me tell you something about comebacks. Once someone starts getting momentum, you start doubting also yourself. You start becoming a bit rigid even in your
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah, yeah.
Because you don't want to start making mistakes. And if someone is aggressive enough, they can suffocate you and
I think
beat you.
I think extra has just been flustered by the sheer amount of disrespect. But to say has
Exactly.
shown. But to say has just thrown out power crashes at the most random times, and
Sometimes, as you mentioned, sometimes the disrespect works. I remember the other day I was on your stream and you were saying I was
yeah,
disrespecting
yeah,
you
yeah,
with Paul,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it actually
exactly.
worked.
Yeah, yeah, it
Because
works.
I noticed Mickey has been like that. You do plus frames. It's like plus frames for who, my friend? Go home. Go home and burn
These
your.
plus frames are mine. They're not yours.
Yes, go burn your frame data book.
A nice
Oh,
Punisher from
nice, nice.
Xstar.
He was really aware there. Spring kick and oh, nice roll. Punish
Punish,
that thing.
nice.
Thank you. Mm-mm. Mm.
Xstar breaks it through this time.
Nice. Again.
Rage drive 4-1. Battousai pressed there.
What's going on? These guys are not aligned. The axis.
Ali kicks. Oh
Oh my goodness!
no!
Oh, unlucky, unlucky.
Battousai froze a bit there. That was unfortunate for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, stun. Break it.
I think Xstar is kind of giving Battousai a taste of his own. He just did full crouch down forward 2 for no reason. And it connected.
Exactly.
Punish.
Out of nowhere. Oh, you're ducking my
Jesus
friend.
Christ.
Can you just say hi to my boots?
Respect is not on this man's vocabulary.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he could have finished. He could have finished the round with that float. He wasn't aware there, but he still gets a round. Ooh. Ooh, Lord. Look at that power crash. Disrespect. Keyword in this set is disrespect.
Yep. You think I'm
Lola.
minus?
Oh my goodness. Punish. Nice.
Nice. There you go.
Another hop. Oh my god.
Years of exercise. So that's it.
Nice optimization there from Xstar on his combo.
Get out
Bro,
of here.
another. He just threw it out.
Oh, what are
I
you
can't.
ducking for? Can you smell my ass?
Bro.
My goodness. These guys are going at it hammer and tongs.
Disrespect is the word of the day. Look, now Xstar's waiting for those power crashes.
Exactly.
And
Punish,
oh,
get on
unlucky
punish,
there, but to say.
punish. Oh my goodness.
Oh, look, disrespect doesn't come off this time.
Bounce and come back.
Xstar on set point.
Let's
Jesus Christ. Hell sweep.
Let's go, Mishima.
Oh, no, it could have gotten so much more damage from that.
Exactly.
Back to 244 is fully guaranteed there.
Yep.
Oh, no break on the giant
Oh.
swing. You better take that shit. You better take it. Nice.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, nice.
Oh, no!
Oh, that's
Oh.
clutch block by Xstar. Oh.
Xstar comes through in the clutch. 5-2. But to say risked it all with a hell sweep.
Yep.
GG's. But to say valiant effort from Battousai.
We were entertained.
Yeah, very much so.
Priest cheza